Volunteering is a great way to benefit yourself and others. In order to receive the minimum Bright Future Scholarship, students must log at least 75 hours of volunteering and 100 hours for the highest level of Bright Futures. Volunteering can be as simple as just going around and picking up trash in your community. Students can volunteer anywhere they like, for example, food pantries, soup kitchens, beach cleanups, after-school events, or by joining a club. By volunteering, you can help others in the community while also working towards money for college.
New Smyrna Beach High School had 3 students placed in the historical paper category for the 43rd annual Volusia County Social Studies Fair. First place is Jaden Black Treblas, second place is Elizabeth Meza, third place is Logan Blacken.
Ruby Bridges is a civil rights activist. She started taking action at an early age when she was only 6 years old. Bridges was the first African American child to desegregate the William Frantz Elementary School in 1960 on November 14th. She graduated from a desegregated high school as well. She now lives in New Orleans with her family. Many books have been written about Bridges, from Through My Eyes in 1999 to This Is Your Time in 2020. Still today, she is considered an American hero, with a statue of herself in front of William Frantz School unveiled in 2014. Her story will live on forever.
On March 2nd, DSP will be on campus to take our senior panorama and class of 2022 photo. This will take place second period. Please know this is an early release day. Please be on campus for the photo by 9:15 wearing your class of 2022 t-shirt.
Harriet Tubman was a runaway slave turned into American hero. During the 1800s, people of color were promised freedom, but they remained slaves. So they ran to a place where they could free, using the Underground Railroad. The Underground Railroad was a safe place they could travel to the northern part of America, where most African Americans were given their rights. Harriet escaped all by herself, sleeping in the day and running in the night. But she didn't stop there. She went back rescuing more slaves. She became famous for never losing a passenger. Saving over 70 slaves, she became a blessing to the slaves while becoming what slave owners feared. She served in the Civil War as a nurse and became a spy, rescuing 700 captured slaves. Her deeds were celebrated as she became a hero in the storybooks as someone who never stopped fighting for her and her people's rights. Harriet Tubman once said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, the passion to reach for the stars and change."
Congratulations to Jace Ingberg for being chosen as College Board National Recognition Program awardee. He earned this recognition because of his academic success in school and incredible performance on the PSAT and AP exams.
Want better grades? Turn in your work. Make home and extra classwork your priority. Figure out the best techniques like using a planner, sticky notes, or a list. Make note of your due dates and schedule accordingly. Always come to school prepared. Good luck and have a great week.
Volusia County is looking for lifeguards. Tryouts are being held in Port Orange at the YMCA February 26th and March 12th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you can swim 500 meters in 10 minutes, 50 yards in under 30 seconds, and run half a mile in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, you will be considered for hire. Starting pay is $13.24 an hour, and if you meet all the criteria, you will get a $500 bonus. Yes. If selected, you will have to complete a 48-hour ocean training rescue, and a 40-hour first responder class and CPR training.
Alice Coachman grew in Albany, Georgia. She became the first African American woman from any country to win an Olympic gold medal at the 1948 Summer Olympics in London. She set the record for the high jump at the Games, leaping to 5 feet and 6 1/8 inches. Throughout her athletic career, she won 34 national titles, 10 of which were in the high jump. She was officially inducted into the National Track and Field Hall of Fame in 1975 and the U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame in 2004. Coachman first attracted attention in 1939 by breaking amateur athletic union, high school, and college women's high jump records while barefoot. She won the AAU Outdoor High Jump Championship for the next 9 years, also winning 3 indoor high jump championships. Following the 1948 Olympics, she retired from track and field. She raised a family, becoming an elementary and high school teacher, and created the Alice Coachman Track and Field Foundation to aid young athletes and former competitors in financial need. Coachman was inducted into the United States Olympic and Paralympic Hall of Fame and has an elementary school named after her in Albany. Coachman died in 2014. She was 90.
Gordon Roger Alexander Bushen Parks was an American photographer, musician, writer, and film director. He began to be prominent in the United States documentary photojournalism in the 1940s through the 1970s, particularly in issues of civil rights, poverty, African Americans, and in glamour photography. He was the first African American to produce and direct major motion pictures and developed film relating to the experience and slaves and struggling Black Americans. Parks was most remembered for his iconic photos of poor Black African Americans during the 1940s.
This has been your weekly report from the CUDA News. This is Andrew Simons signing off. Have an amazing day.
Come help us save the whales before they disappear. They sing us songs of peace and harmony. They show us how to live with others far and near. They teach us trust and generosity. They never fight each other. They are sister, brother, and their songs of love can put an end to hate. We want to save the whales. Come help us save the whales, for pretty soon it may be too late.
Welcome to the brand new Smyrna Beach High School. This is Kevin Keogh and David Moskovitz doing our first news broadcast from our very new facility here at New Smyrna.
Long overdue, Dave. Long overdue.
No question about it. But you know, there's so many good things about this facility. It's just tough to find humorous stories because things are pretty good over here.
And our time, we don't have time. People don't want to watch this. We could have done a 2 or 3 hour documentary on the wonders of this place.
And we're all very busy, very hardworking. We are going to introduce a couple of things that you may or may not be aware of around the school. Our first is a story about the background and family history of one of our administrators. We have an administrator here who has a long background, whose ancestors were administrators, and in seeing this footage, this archival footage that Mr. Keogh and I took a long time to unearth, might give us some background of why things go on around here sometimes.
It's amazing how well preserved it was.
Oh, you've done a great job of finding
these.
It
almost, even the color is amazing. Let's take a look at that.
Oh no, another fire drill.
Ugh, old man Merrick always making us leave the cave.
Old man Merrick say we have to practice for an emergency.
Drill. It's practice. Fire drill. Practice.
Ugh. Still have one question. What is fire?